just after we had the privilege of moving here to the Miami Valley and joining the Centerville Church, I had a conversation with a church leader down in the South who was sharing with me what he had seen, the potential to be with churches that were in hospital and school communities. Of course, that spoke to my heart here as part of the Kettering Health community and Spring Valley Academy. But he was sharing that these kind of churches have a unique potential to make an impact in their communities and in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So the prayer became, Lord, could the Centerville Church become a center of evangelism, impacting not only the Miami Valley, but what about the Ohio Conference? And what about the world beyond? The church board, the elders, the pastoral team began to wrestle then with a master plan. For almost 2 years, they discussed and rehearsed and looked and prayed and came to the conclusion that God was calling us to grow. That meant numerically, that meant spiritually, that meant planting another church, that meant growing and remodeling our physical plant. Our church is at the end of its lifespan with some of the facilities. We've got to invest in it. And so then came the idea of what about enlarging them and making them safer spaces and more usable and user-friendly spaces. Just recently, I went back to the book of Acts in my own studies, and it's been part of our sermon series this fall. In the thick of the book of Acts comes this clear, cogent narrative that God is wanting to mobilize his church in the context of the great controversy to finish the work, and that he's going to use us, his church community, to finish the work. Two quotes jumped out to me. One from Great Controversy, that the work of God will end in no less a marked manner as we saw it begin. And then in Acts of the Apostles, Ellen White writes that the church is the one entity on planet Earth in which God extends his supreme regard. God cares and has entrusted the church with this mission. It will not fail. It cannot. It's God's promise. The reason that the Seventh-day Adventist Church exists is to extend the message of a soon coming Jesus to the world, to offer hope and peace in troublesome times with this message of truth. We believe there will be a harvest. That's why we have evangelistic meetings, Bible study, vegetarian tastings, pathfinders, Bible studies, Sabbath school classes, fellowship dinners. All the other church events are designed to share the gospel of salvation and win souls to Jesus. We believe there will be a harvest. We must be prepared for it. This coming January, Pastor Louis Torres is going to join us for a weekend, the prayer weekend. He was the first evangelist to do an evangelistic series in this church when it was built. And we believe we have an opportunity this fall and this winter to rethink, to re-examine, to reevaluate the purpose in which the Centerville Church was placed here. So we're inviting you. The pastoral team and the church board is inviting the entire congregation to enter into a time of prayer this November, to be praying for the next couple of weeks. God, what are you calling us to do? This building project is looming over us and we see the vision. What about our mission? What about our evangelistic initiatives? On November 17th at 7:30 to 8:30, 1 hour, we're inviting the church to come together to revisit our mission and our purpose here. We'll talk about the building project, how we should be going forward, where we should be putting our resources. And we're going to come together in a prayerful moment. Leading up to that, we're inviting you to pray now. We'll meet together for that 1 hour, and then through December and January, we'll continue to mobilize and to revisit this question. The Centerville Church was here, placed here with a purpose. What is God calling us to do? We'll see you on November 17th.